Before we begin our celebration of our graduates, please join us in a moment of silence in honor of Ahmaud Arbery, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Tony McDade, Manuel Ellis, and too many other people who were killed by police brutality, racist violence, and white supremacy in America and around the world.
Or possibly good evening, or good morning even, depending on where you are. I'm Judy Wasserheit, the chair of the University of Washington's Department of Global Health. And I want to welcome you to our 2020 Department of Global Health graduation, our 13th graduation since the department was established. I want to welcome each of you, our global health graduates, and your families, partners, and friends who were there through all of the triumphs and the rough times of the last several years, especially the rough times this spring. And also there before that, through all the soul searching and applications that led you to global health and to the University of Washington. Today, we're here to celebrate together. But this celebration is different from all of the other years. Together is different this year. We're together in spirit and via remarkable technology now that we're all Zoom experts, but we can't share the joy and exhilaration of this graduation with hugs. And the sparkle in eyes is a little less clear in our Zoom boxes. Several students actually have asked, how can we possibly celebrate with everything that's going on? How can we celebrate in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has infected more than 6.5 million people around the world, killing almost 400,000 and robbing millions of jobs and even basic economic security? How can we celebrate in the midst of the brutal killings and harassment of Black people in recent weeks, in the United States, reflecting a long history of structural racism in this country. And how can we celebrate in the midst of profound and repeated failures of leadership at the national level, not only to both of these tragedies, but also in the recent decision to withdraw the United States from the World Health Organization? So what is there to celebrate? Well, I think there are at least three really important things to celebrate. The first is you. Our 76 graduates from our Masters of Public Health and doctoral programs, along with our medical student graduates from the Global Health Pathway program. You and all that you've accomplished. You're about to join a network of nearly 2,000 global health alumni since the department's first graduation in 2008, including over 430 graduates of our degree programs, alumni who came to the University of Washington from more than 20 nations and are now working in more than 25 countries on 5 continents to improve health and eliminate health disparities around the world. If you think about it, not everyone has a chance to enter a profession focusing on these kinds of goals, on changing the world and making it a better place. And I think we're incredibly fortunate to be able to do that. Second, we're also here to celebrate and thank all of your staunch supporters, parents, partners, children, friends, many of whom are here today, at least virtually, and without whom many of you might well not be here today. This is a time when you can at least give a virtual hug to those people. Graduation is a very special thing because it marks the beginning of a new phase of life and new adventures. Each of you who's graduating today will start a new phase of your life as a global health professional with new roles, responsibilities, and opportunities. Society is about to look at you differently and expect more of you. And your lives and the lives of the people who are closest to you are about to be transformed. And I hope that many of you will, in turn, help transform the world. Now, this is a remarkable time to graduate and step into this new role. It's a time of great pain and need and turmoil. But because of that, it's also a time when people, communities, and nations are actually crying out for change. It's filled with moments of incredible opportunity for real rethinking and restructuring, the kind of profound system changes that are needed to ensure health and well-being for everyone, to ensure social and economic equity, regardless of skin color, gender, sexual identity, religion, or country of origin, to ensure environmental sustainability, and to ensure a truly democratic process in which all US citizens can vote, and in which we have freedom of speech, freedom of press, and peaceful assembly. Because of everything that's going on right now, you're going to have to step into these new roles as global health professionals more quickly than some of our previous graduates. The world needs you to do that, and you actually need to do that to take advantage of these moments, which are very precious. Barack Obama said a few weeks ago, this pandemic has shaken up the status quo and laid bare a lot of our country's deep-seated problems, from massive economic inequality to ongoing racial disparities to a basic lack of basic health care for people who need it. It's woken a lot of young people up to the fact that the old ways of doing things just don't work. I think his words ring true for the impact of the pandemic around the world and for young people around the world. In fact, there's a growing consensus that we need radically new strategies and systems that align a whole lot better with basic values of truth, integrity, equity, and social justice. And we need them urgently. More and more people, especially young people, are recognizing what's at stake. They're speaking out, reaching out, and moving to action. And I think that's a third thing to celebrate. Which in fact brings me back to the first thing to celebrate, you. For all of us in and you entering global health, let me be very clear that there has never been a time of greater urgency and need for the knowledge, skills, passion, and commitment that you bring. For us to come together to speak out and act up strategically, constructively, and professionally. So I hope you understand that now more than ever, this is the time to be in global health. And I hope you're all ready to celebrate as we celebrate you.
Good afternoon. The Department of Global Health takes great pride in the outstanding work of our students, and we would like to recognize our award recipients here. The University of Washington Husky 100 program recognizes 100 UW undergraduate and graduate students for their passion, leadership, and commitment to making a difference on campus and in their communities. This year, we are proud to acknowledge MPH student Polly Woodbury for this honor. As the daughter of Khmer Rouge genocide survivor, Polly carries her mother's spirit of resiliency and a profound sense of duty. It is her life's goal to work globally to improve the health and well-being of marginalized populations, particularly low-wage workers. Her time at UW has allowed her to delve into the intersection of social work, global public health, and international development through community practice and primary research on occupational health and safety in Cambodia. In the School of Public Health, each department and interdisciplinary program has the opportunity to select one outstanding student at the master's level and one outstanding student at the PhD level. These outstanding students excel in scholarship and have demonstrated a commitment to the field of public health. This year, the department's awardee for outstanding student at the master's level is Paige Stringer. Paige is a leader and advocate for children born with hearing loss. Paige was born with hearing loss and fit with hearing technology when she was 11 months of age, enabling her to communicate through listening and spoken language. She graduated with her undergraduate degree from the University of Washington on a full tennis scholarship, and after working in the corporate sector for many years, she founded and currently serves as the executive director for the Global Foundation for Children with Hearing Loss. There, Paige works with governmental partners worldwide to improve services and enable children with hearing loss to listen and speak. This year, the Department of Global Health outstanding student at the doctoral level is Blair Armistead. Blair was born and raised in Morgantown, West Virginia. She graduated from Morgantown High School, received her Bachelor's in Science in Biology from the University of Richmond, and her MPH from Virginia Commonwealth University. While working with the Richmond Global Health Alliance in rural Peru, Blair found her passion studying women's health and infectious disease. In 2014, Blair joined the Pathobiology program, where she worked in Dr. Lakshmi Rajagopal's lab researching Group B strep, a major cause of preterm birth, stillbirth, and neonatal infection. She looks forward to a career in which she can promote equity through scientific discovery. Please join me in congratulating all of our awards recipients. We're so proud of all of you. Thank you.
I would like to begin by saying congratulations to all of you today. My name is Jason Bestie, and I am an infectious disease physician at the University of Washington and the director of the Global Health Pathway for medical students. I have the privilege to say a few words about our 14 remarkable medical students who have completed the Global Health Pathway. During medical school training, it can be challenging to find the time and energy to follow your passion due to the sheer magnitude of information and expectations one has to accomplish. But these students who are here with us today have the distinction of displaying that passion by integrating global health into their training by meeting the Global Health Pathway's requirements, which include completing global health elective coursework, a scholarly III Global Health focused capstone project, cross-cultural international and clinical rotations, and community engagement and service. Although I am new to directing the pathway, I am extremely impressed with the caliber and determination of these medical students and appreciate their perseverance in their medical training. We wish you all of our best as you graduate from the cocoon of medical school and enter the next step of residency training. As you leave the University of Washington's Global Health Department, please continue to fuel and pursue your global health passions throughout your career. I now have the unique privilege to introduce the Department of Global Health's Medical Student Leadership Awards. Each year, the Department of Global Health recognizes a student in the School of Medicine who is an active leader in the global health community, and this year we have the honor to congratulate two students, Megan Mayer and August Longino. Megan Mayer is a graduate of the Global Health Pathway and actively participated in many global health education projects. Between her first and second year of medical school, Megan participated in the Global Health Immersion Program, where she worked on a community health project on hepatitis B with transgender women in Lima, Peru. This experience propelled her to pursue a master's degree in public health within the Department of Global Health during her medical school. Locally, Megan spent time volunteering with the University District Street Medicine Clinic, the Downtown Emergency Services Center, and the Shifa Clinic in the Latinx community. She's currently serving as a COVID-19 emergency resource specialist for Oregon and Washington to provide emergency assistance to individuals in crisis. Megan will continue her medical training at the University of Colorado Internal Medicine Residency Program. August Longino is a graduate of the Global Health Pathway and is interested in pursuing a career in global health and critical care research. August participated in the Global Health Immersion Program, where he spent the summer after his first year of medical school designing and carrying out a mixed methods research project with MSM and transgender sex workers on HIV-related health behaviors and perceptions in Lima, Peru. With funding from an NIH Translational Research Training Grant, August completed a Master's of Public Health degree in the Department of Global Health. Throughout medical school, August served as a Spanish language interpreter, worked at health fairs, and volunteered at organizations including Casa Latina, Health Equity Circle, Mountain Nation, and an Ecuadorian NGO he founded in 2013. August will continue his medical training at the University of Colorado Internal Medicine Residency Program.
Thank you, Jason, and also to Darren Wade, who provides staff support for the Global Health Pathway and other School of Medicine programs. In addition to the School of Medicine programs and our degree programs, which we'll get to in a minute, DGH has a number of other academic programs which I would like to briefly acknowledge. The names of students completing these academic programs are listed in your graduation program. Please hold your applause until I have acknowledged all these programs. First, the graduate certificates. A graduate certificate program is a linked series of graduate courses designed to enhance the education of matriculated graduate and professional students by providing students with a concentrated, cohesive program of study outside of their primary focus. The department now houses 4 such programs. The Certificate in Global Health, for which I serve as faculty lead, is staffed by Nora Yusufa. The Certificate in Global Health of Women, Adolescents, and Children, for which the faculty lead is Dr. Anjali Wagner, is staffed by Stephanie Edlin Cho. The Certificate in Global Injury and Violence Prevention, for which the faculty lead is Dr. Charlie Mock, is staffed by Nora Yusufa. And finally, the Certificate in HIV and STIs, for which the faculty lead has been Nina Kim, is staffed again by Nora Yusufa. This is our last class for this program. We offer a global health minor, which draws from undergraduate students in all majors and disciplines across campus. Like global health itself, our minor is inherently interdisciplinary. This year, we are graduating students from majors as diverse as medical anthropology, political science, neurobiology, and civil engineering. This program is directed by Dr. Todd Fobian and staffed by Nura Yusufa. This concludes our acknowledgement of our certificate and undergraduate programs. Please join me in congratulating our graduates and thanking the program faculty and staff with a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, a huge congratulations to all of you graduates, particularly the MPH group. Congrats also to your friends, to your family, to your teachers, your faculty and staff mentors who have helped you navigate through what is a very rigorous and special MPH program. You've reached a really important milestone in your lives, and you should be proud. We're very proud of you. A big thanks to the people who have supported you and helped you navigate through the program, particularly your core faculty and your staff. Deepa Rao, the Associate Director of the program, Bernardo Hernandez Prato, the track director of the Health Metrics and Evaluation track, who will be presenting later. Awal Kane, who is the MPH workshop co-instructor and major person in the cohort building, and Julie Burnett, who's the MPH manager, and MPH advisors Andreas Keodara, Nura Yusufa, and Sarah Dillard. Big thanks to you all. And then finally, a big thanks to the faculty on your thesis committees and your fellow students who helped you get through the program. It's a big deal getting an MPH from the University of Washington. We think our program is a special one, focused on building public health skills on a platform of social justice and activism. It's hard to get in. It's tough to get through, and the program requires a long practicum and a publishable thesis, many of which have major data collection and it's done locally and overseas. And again, you should be proud. This is a big deal. Your MPH will clearly open many doors for you, and you'll get jobs. But what are you going to do with them? You're facing a world with increasing and unconscionable inequality, with persistent racism and white supremacy. Your MPH will give you more power and privilege than you had when you came here, but how are you going to use it to make the world a more just place? What risks will you take to work for justice? The challenges and contradictions of making a real substantive difference in the root issues of global health are enormous, and they're not getting any easier, particularly now. We all knew epidemics like COVID-19 were likely, and that such epidemics and their fallout would fall disproportionately on the poor and people of color. We all knew about structural violence, police and military violence, and endemic racism in the United States and around the world, and we've been outraged by it. And yet we knew that the privileged helper class, often the institutions within which we work, are often part of that oppressive system. So what do we do with our skills, our knowledge and networks, and our social consciousness together? How do we practice solidarity with people and organizations that truly help those who are oppressed by our own institutions? What do we do when your NGO works with a colonial mindset? How will you challenge the romanticism of being global health saviors? How will you follow your moral compass? How will we tackle the underlying problems of inadequate and demotivated health workforce, the crumbling health infrastructure, the lack of basic needs that are ignored by our high-tech solutions and created by austerity policies that we impose? What do you do when you see racist violence and then nice words are said, but nothing is done? How do we become part of the solution and not remain part of the problem? A few days ago, an African activist said, and I quote, "I hope you're not going to join the Kumbaya choir of white privilege," end quote, or I would say privilege in general. We know that we can't afford to be complacent and complicit or be silent. Martin Luther King reminded us that, quote, "The silence of the good people is worse than the brutality of the bad people. So you need to not be silent. If you are choosing silence, you're choosing the side of the oppressor," end quote. Martin Luther King tells us that we need to draw out our own courage. So I want to end with the words of Melody Cooper, who was the sister of Christian Cooper, the black man on whom the New York police were called last week when he asked a woman to leash her dog in Central Park. Quote, "We all have a chance to step off the sidelines, to speak up, to take action, and to shine a blinding light on the racism, and I would add oppression, lurking in so many corners of our societies. We need to fight together wisely, boldly, and unflinchingly, while staying aware that our passion and actions can and will be used against us. But we must not stop. It will not be easy. It will often be messy, but it must be done, end quote. For sure, it's not going to be easy, but I believe that you're all up to the tasks. You've inspired and you've challenged us, and we thank you for that. Over the past years, I think we've truly become a family of global health activists, a family that shares together, supports and inspires one another, and struggles for justice together. Let's keep it up and keep in touch. Thanks very much.
Congratulations, everyone. I am sending you each a virtual hug. Thank you to the organizers of this online event for giving us the opportunity to come together one more time. It has been an incredible 2 years. The aspect I love most about my MPH experience were the moments of shared humanity. Sure, we all learn new concepts and skills that will be useful as we move forward in our careers. But for me, it was the people that really made my experience memorable. I am grateful to our faculty and staff for sharing their knowledge and for always being so willing to lend support. You have created a family environment within the Department of Global Health. Thank you. To my cohort, thank you for bringing your authentic selves to the learning process. I learned a great deal from you because you were so willing to share your life experiences and unique perspectives. I especially appreciated our diversity when we gathered for our Friday workshops to discuss a breadth of health topics, some of which have no easy answers. Our interconnectedness as a human race was reinforced for me each week. In our program's second year, my lessons in shared humanity continued. First, at the WHO headquarters in Geneva, where I helped to promote ear and hearing care policy for my practicum. Then on the ground in Mongolia, where I engaged with healthcare providers and families of children with hearing loss for my thesis research. Both experiences gave me valuable insight about real people behind the data. I also enjoyed hearing from many of you as you shared similar reflections from your own thesis and practicum work. My passion is pediatric hearing loss. I was born with a severe hearing loss, but was fortunate to receive hearing aids and support as an infant, which enabled me to learn to listen and speak, services that are not widely available around the world. 11 years ago, I established the Global Foundation for Children with Hearing Loss to address those gaps. By working with our local partners across cultures, language, and geography, we are helping the next generation of young children with hearing loss have an opportunity to thrive, no matter where in the world they live. This time of COVID is yet another reminder of how interconnected we all are. We are only as effective in making a better world as our humility and appreciation for each other and our unique cultures and points of view allow us to be. The Soul Kasha logo is a Northwest Indian symbol for physical and spiritual well-being. It represents our School of Public Health's commitment to education, research, and most notably service to promote the well-being of communities around the world. As new graduates, we are prepared to take the lessons we have learned and contribute to helping the world emerge from the COVID pandemic with new ideas and new ways of doing things. Find your passion and embrace it. Please keep your humanity and maintain your humility as you pursue your work. Thank you for an amazing MPH experience and for making me a better person for it. Congratulations and best of luck to you all.
And here are the MPH 2020 graduates. First, the general track. Hannah Atlas, Haley Augustine, Kimberly Baker, Baishaki Basu, Edgar Calderon, Huang Chu, Marem Takate, Nafiso Igal, Maritza Ferrant, Angela Fernandez, Andrew Freudman, Jean Goodman, Wilson Hammett, Tess Harper, Elise Healy, Jason Hips, Chenglin Hong, Jean-Jacques Kayembe, Diane Kendall, Robert Lapsley, Alana Lopez, Katie Madsen, Nina Nganga, DM Nguyen, Jerusha Nyambiage, Victor Amolo, Stephen Pope, Anne Poulet, Jennifer Ricaldi, Zoe Rogers, Lorenzo Tolentino, Lisa Wiggins, Brianna Williams, Rachel Wittenauer. And then for the LPM track, Harris Aprianto, Catherine Fox, Rebecca Namara, Obiora Okoye, Paige Stringer, Polly Woodbury, and for the PCMI track, Catherine Shulock. Thank you.
Congratulations!
Congratulations, Katie.
Congratulations, Rebecca. I am super proud of you.
Hi, sis.
Hey, sis. Happy
graduation.
graduation.
Congrats.
We're so proud of you.
querida hija, muchas felicidades.
Desde Lima, Perú, te queremos mucho.
Felicidades, amor. Es un gran logro. Estoy muy orgulloso de ti. Te amo.
Congratulations.
Hey graduates, congratulations on this huge achievement. I'm so happy for y'all and I'm so thankful that you were my first cohort here at the Department of Global Health. You've taught me so much. I wish you the best and I hope that we do keep in touch here. Cheers!
Hello graduates, it's been an honor to get to know you all. Best of luck in your next adventure.
Congratulations!
Oh, well hello there. I hear that you are ready to graduate. Well cheers and congratulations to you.
Hello everybody, my name is Bernardo Hernandez. I serve as director of the MPH program in the track of health metrics and evaluation. And I would like to tell you a little bit about this track and this program. Is there is something that we have learned during this COVID-19 pandemic is how incredibly difficult is to keep accurate statistics and to measure the magnitude and burden of disease. We just see news everywhere from all over the world stating how difficult it is for governments to implement actions and a lot of debate about the number of cases and the number of deaths. And that really is a big problem in the attendance of the pandemic. So in a way, this track of health metrics and evaluation of the MPH program is a response to this. What really want to do is provide training to highly skilled students in the measurement of health conditions, the evaluation of health interventions and programs. So we are so happy to have some of our students already working in areas like this and giving a response to the pandemic, because this has been a lesson for all of us, and we are happy in a way that the program is serving to address this. The program has been successful and has been running thanks to the effort of many different actors that I would like to recognize. I would like to recognize the faculty of the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, the Department of Health Metrics Sciences, and the Department of Global Health, as well as the whole School of Public Health, both for their teaching of our students, their mentoring, and the direction of thesis that is a key component of our program. I would like to recognize the leadership from the MPH steering team, Steve Lloyd, Deepa Rao, Susan Graham. I'm from Emanuela Gakidu at the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation. And also, somebody that has been key in the success of our program is the great management of the program from the officers of Sarah Dillard, Julie Brunet, Andrea Schiodara, and Noura Yusufa. But most of all, I would like to recognize the hard work of our students. Really, the key of the success of this program is the student body. They are dedicated and brilliant students. They have shown us a big lesson on how to move forward with an academic program in a challenging environment. I mean, even having to finish their classes online and remotely, they have shown a lot of commitment, a lot of effort, and finished their thesis and practicum and all the courses with the highest quality standards in this difficult situation. So let me close with a quote from Hemingway's The Old Man and the Sea that I think pretty much resembles the lesson that all the students gave us about how to continue working on this. And so it was this old fisherman who never surrendered against the adversity, trying to catch this big marlin. And at some point, Hemingway says, the 1,000 miles that he had proved it meant nothing. Now he was probing it again. Each time was a new time, and he never thought about the past when he was doing it. So this is the main lesson we have learned from our students. Never think about the past and just keep trying again. With all this, I would like to congratulate all our students graduating, and I would like to pass the word to Catherine Lau and students from the MPH program in the Health Metrics and Evaluation track, who's going to tell us a few words. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak today, and thank you to all of the family and friends who are here celebrating with us. In the Health Metrics program, we do our best to quantify threats to public health in ways that are clearly critical to understand and respond to acute disasters like COVID-19. Yet an equally critical role of public health is to bring to light the impact of quieter, sometimes slower acting threats to health. Issues like air pollution, a broken food system, and systemic racism against Black Americans. Issues that persist unaddressed, despite their enormous toll on human health. We have the skills to better understand and highlight these problems, and to use data to drive action. We also have a responsibility to do so ethically and inclusively. Data alone is not an answer. Data is a tool, and the answers we find depend on the questions we ask and the biases we choose to ignore or to recognize in our data sets, on our research teams, and in ourselves. This is our challenge, to make the connections to health concrete and compelling everywhere we find them, and to look for what or who is missing, and to make sure they are counted. I believe you will rise to this challenge because I've seen you do it day in and day out for the past 3 years. By asking the hard questions, by listening when you don't agree or don't yet understand, and by trying again and again as you learn. You have inspired me more than you know, and I hope together we can all take steps to make health a right and a reality for all.
Hello, and now I would like to introduce the students graduating in the 2020 cohort of the Masters in Public Health program in Global Health in the track of Health Metrics and Evaluation. Kariha Agisha, Kate Cossey, Michael Cork, Kai Fukutaki, William Gardner, Kevin Ikuta, Alexander Kaljan, Catherine May Ming Law, Jorge Ledesma, Vanessa Lee, Sarah Pickershill, Nick Roberts, Laureen Wosinski, Jamal Yearwood, Hunter Wade York. Please join me and congratulate all the graduates from this Masters in Public Health, Global Health, Metrics and Evaluation track. Congratulations to all our students.
Congratulations to all graduates. The Pathobiology PhD program is a laboratory-based basic science program with a specific emphasis on disease mechanisms and a focus on host pathogen interactions. In addition to challenging coursework, our students develop a novel research hypothesis that they must rigorously test and either prove or disprove through laboratory experiments. Through basic research, the intent is to identify targets for intervention in or prevention of disease. Our training is designed to prepare our future scientific leaders with the ability to respond to disease challenges that impact global health. This is such a time which has underscored the global critical need for rapid development of accurate diagnostic methods and effective and safe therapeutics and vaccines. The need for those with the skill set to do so is indisputable. We believe that our outstanding graduates will be at the forefront in the future. Graduates, we celebrate your dedication, perseverance, passion for global health, scholarly achievements, success in completion of your degree, and your unlimited potential. It is with great pride that I introduce Taylor Stepien. Taylor has proven herself to be an outstanding researcher, which is highlighted by the sophistication of her research approach and methodology. Taylor's research focused on virulence mechanisms of the human pathogen Salmonella typhi, which causes typhoid fever. Taylor?
Hello, and thank you. It is an honor to talk to you today as a representative of the Pathobiology program. I'm so proud of all of the graduates in global health this year, including my peers in pathobiology. So congratulations to the graduates, and special thanks to all of the mentors, family, and friends who helped us achieve our goals. This certainly feels like a difficult time to celebrate. There has been immeasurable heartbreak in 2020, whether due to the global pandemic or racial injustices. Although we've gathered today to honor our achievements and look towards our bright futures, let's also acknowledge those whose futures have been taken from them. Personally, I feel ill-equipped to offer the best words for encouragement, for organizing, or for change, but I hope you'll allow me to offer this one perspective. As the news emerged of COVID-19 spreading in communities across the country, I had a number of family and friends reach out to me with questions. For some of them, I'm the only scientist they know. They asked, am I safe doing this activity? How long does the virus live? Am I at increased risk of serious disease? People all over the world continue to have questions, and of course, scientists still don't have all of the answers. But as scientists, we often speak carefully, using heavily qualified and uncertain terms. But it can be difficult to balance this accurate and responsible expression of uncertainty with maintaining public trust in scientists and scientific knowledge. For most of the people in our communities, the work that we do is a black box. Yet we know that policies based on our findings have the potential for positive change. I know all of us here today are already united in our goal of adding to the collective knowledge. Let us now also unite in the shared goal of community engagement. My humble suggestion is to begin by practicing this on a personal level. Explain scientific findings in plain language. Understand the concerns and values of your family and friends, and show them the role that science plays in their lives. It is through this type of engagement that we can earn our place as leaders in global health. So from me and my fellow graduates, we are immensely grateful for the training we've received in graduate school. We have gained expertise not only in our own fields, but across disciplines. Thank you to the faculty, the leadership, and the mentors. It is a privilege to have gained the skills and training that we've been provided by this department. And to each of the graduates, continue the important work you do. Figure out how that one protein binds that other protein. Figure out how to count that metric in that population. But don't forget to stay engaged with the community at large. This is our responsibility as future leaders in global health. Thank you.
And here are the 2020 graduates of pathobiology. Hadega Amer. Her dissertation title, Mechanisms for HIV Persistence During Effective Therapy. Her doctoral chair, Dr. Lisa Frankel. Blair Armistead. Dissertation title, Elucidation of Group B Streptococcus hemolytic pigment and hyaluronidase during infection. Chair, Dr. Lakshmi Rajagopal. Christine Dye. Dissertation title, Elucidating Mechanisms of Transformation by Merkel Cell Polyoma Virus Tumor Antigens. Chair, Dr. Denise Galloway. Ji-Ho Kim. Dissertation title, Development and Optimization of Adenoviral Junction, Open Protein, an Anti-Solid Tumor Co-Therapeutic. Chair, Dr. Derek Carter. Rachel Parks, dissertation title, Eliciting BRCA1 class antibodies against HIV-1 through immunization. Chair, Dr. Leo Stamatatos. Taylor Stepien, dissertation title, Mechanisms of Salmonella typhi persistence. Chair, Dr. Farik Fang. Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, Kika!
Dr. Hatiga, congratulations. I love you lots.
Congratulations, Department of Global Health graduates.
Hello all. Today we gather to celebrate the tremendous achievements of the 2020 graduates of our Doctor of Philosophy program in Metrics and Implementation Science. A heartfelt congratulations to all of you, your partners, your families, and your friends who supported you throughout your journey. With this graduation, the Doctor of Philosophy training program in Metrics and Implementation Science completes its 8th year, and it continues to be a one-of-a-kind training program globally. Students in the metrics area of emphasis focus their research on accelerating health progress by identifying the world's major health problems, assessing how well society addresses these problems, and guiding resource allocation to maximize health investments and health improvements. Students in the implementation science area of emphasis focus their inquiry on how to better implement and scale up evidence-based interventions to leverage their potential benefit for the health of populations. Today's graduates are truly exceptional, having endured a series of hurdles designed to test acquisition and application of new skills and knowledge that address pressing global health needs. They've succeeded in passing through at least 2 years of advanced didactic training, a daunting 4-day qualifying exam, have defined and developed a hefty dissertation project, passed through a 2-week general exam on their proposed research, and perhaps most difficult, escaped the dreaded dissertation chasm by completing this research with at least 3 publishable manuscripts. To our graduates, you're an inspiration to all of us, and you give hope to other students in the program that the mountain can indeed be summited. Well done. I'm exhausted even thinking about it, and I think you've earned some time for rest. As you move on to your next phase, with a newly minted PhD in hand, we know you're en route to being future global health leaders. You have the skills, the experience, and now the recognition to go to the next level. We just have one request as you leap forward in your careers. Please don't forget about us. Stay in touch. We love hearing from you, and we'll miss you not being around. Now, I have the honor of introducing our speaker for this year's class, Sarah Masuko, who's a graduate of the Implementation Science area of emphasis. Sarah came to us from the Ministry of Health in Kenya, where she previously led a number of nationwide initiatives within the HIV and STI control program. Sarah's been a model student, an eager learner, a supportive peer, and absolute pleasure to get to know. So without further ado, Dr. Sarah Masuko.
Jambo, that is hello in Swahili. My name is Sarah Masuko. I am honored to speak today at the Department of Global Health graduation ceremony on behalf of my fellow graduates. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Today is truly a day to pause and celebrate the fruit of our hard work, determination, sacrifices, and perseverance. But we didn't get here alone. We are here because of the sacrifices other people made for us. To our family, friends, and mentors who stood with us and who now join us from all over the world, we salute you. To my fellow graduates, reflect back to the day you began this program. Then think about today. A lot has changed. Some of us got married, others were blessed with babies. For many of us who are far from home, strangers became friends. We have formed friendships that will last a lifetime. The experiences during this journey have been truly worthwhile. There is a Swahili proverb that says, "Avaye kiatu ndiye ajuaye msumari uchomapo," which translates to, "The one who wears the shoe knows where the nail pierces." As an African woman, I had to learn to relearn, learned to battle the cold winter and snowy weather. It is here that I learned about privilege. I saw the disparities in terms of health, race, and socioeconomic status. It is here that I have learned to embrace our differences. My fellow graduates, what privilege do you have? Use your privilege for good, to build and not to destroy, to unite and not to divide. Through the Global Health Metrics and Implementation Science program, we have been equipped with skills to measure the magnitude and risk factors for developing diseases. We have learned how to make use of the data to feedback on clinical processes and policy decisions. We have been trained to transition evidence-based interventions from research settings to real-world settings. The challenge for us now is to utilize our knowledge and skills to bridge the no-do gap and deliver impactful health programs. It is now our duty to push this forward and invest in a future where every young person has an equal opportunity to grow, just as we did, and emerge as future leaders. Finally, there is a lot to be thankful for. First, I acknowledge that I am here because of the Almighty God. We recognize the sacrifices of our parents, guardians, and sponsors in investing in our education at this prestigious learning institution. I recognize the International AIDS and Research Training Program, IRTP, that supports training for students like me from low and middle income countries. Thank you to our professors, mentors, and the great team at the department for your instruction and direction. I personally want to acknowledge and thank Dr. Kerry Fakwa, who has been an excellent mentor. Thank you for investing in me and for your passion to improve health systems and capacity in low and middle income countries. Thank you to my peers. Thank you to our peers with whom we have worked together during the labs, discussions, and even learning hour. To our family and friends, thank you for your moral support and prayers all the time. Your encouraging message, your shoulder to lean on, your rebuke, and for cheering us each day. Special thanks to my daughter Esther for being my cheerleader. Congratulations, class of 2020. We made it.
Sarah Masuko, who is our 2020 graduate from the Implementation Science area of emphasis. Her thesis was entitled Cardiovascular Disease Among HIV-Infected and Uninfected Kenyan Adults. Chair of her dissertation committee was Carrie Farquhar, and other members of the committee included Stephanie Page, Carol Levin, and Jim Hughes.
Thank you, Kenny. I am delighted to introduce the two metric students who are graduating this year. First, William Samburi. William's dissertation title is A Subnational Analysis of Burden of Disease in South Africa, Mortality Levels, Causes of Death, and Their Forecasts. His committee chair was Theo Voss, and his committee members were Laura Dwyer Lindgren, Sasha Arabkin, Debbie Bradshaw, and Susan Withers. Congratulations, William. Our second graduate is Matt Schneider. Matt's dissertation title is Estimating Primary Healthcare Expenditures and the Relationship with Outcomes for Low and Middle Income Countries. Matt's dissertation chair was Joe Dielman, and his committee members were Bianca Frogner, Steve Gloyd, Steve Lim, and Rafael Lozano. Congratulations, Matt.
Well, many thanks to all of our academic program faculty leaders and our wonderful graduates who spoke, Paige, Catherine, Taylor, and Sarah. I want to close by doing two things. First of all, I want to thank the all-star team of incredibly dedicated staff who coordinated this lovely graduation with special creativity and ingenuity, and who include Julie Beshta, Caroline Yu, Julie Burnett, Sarah Dillard, Alita Elliott, Kirsten Green, Erica Johnson, Chris Joss, Andreas Chiodara, Renee Leffler, Basha Otto, Matthew Robertson, Liana Banuvong, Darren Wade, and Noura Yusufa. Really big thanks to each of you. I know this year in particular was a very special effort on all your parts. And second, I'm going to ask everyone to raise a glass, which I hope you have handy, to toast all of our graduates. As you leave the University of Washington, I wish you four things. First, the unparalleled joy and privilege of using what you've learned, your knowledge and skills, to make this world a healthier, more equitable, more inclusive, and more sustainable place. Second, the delight and exhilaration of continuous learning and discovery, both with UW mentors and friends, and with new mentors and friends as you carve your professional paths. Number three, the unabashed, raw fun of amazing adventures with remarkable colleagues and friends along that path. And then finally, and perhaps most important, the wisdom to find the right balance between your professional and your personal lives. This is something that's really tough. The balance between time for your family, friends, and yourself, and time for changing the world. Our thanks to each of you and your families for the honor and pleasure of working with you during your time here at the University of Washington. Congratulations. Please continue to be part of the DGH community now as alumni and alumni families. Cheers to all of you.